power of this type of technology is accelerating. It's doubling every year. The Industrial Revolution extended our physical reach. We're now extending our mental reach.
Accelerating evolution. It's accelerating the way
you have access to all rate of technological innovation. Access to when you approach every single esoteric
of information technology doubles every year. That's multiplying by 1,000.
Because there is no single pre-given world. It doesn't exist. The greatest revolution in the history of the known universe is going to happen.
Well, there's a revolution going on in rec rooms, offices, and classrooms around the world. A revolution in which 15 million people are taking part. They're sharing scientific data, arguing philosophy, or passing on cooking tips and gossip, night and day through a computer network called Internet. For about $200 a year, they log on to personal computers connected to phone lines and communicate across cultures and continents.
The Internet is the most globally unifying technology that has ever existed on Earth. It's part of the digital revolution over the past few decades that has also brought about radical new technologies, developing faster than anyone could hope to keep up with. And this technological expansion is exponential. As Ray Kurzweil, an inventor and futurist, explains, technological evolution means that every new technology builds off of those before them, creating highly dynamic machines that eliminate the limitations of the last.
Progress in technology is exponential, not linear. Many, even scientists, assume a linear model. They'll say, it'll be hundreds of years before we have self-replicating nanotechnology assembly or artificial intelligence. If you really look at the power of exponential growth, you'll see that these things are pretty soon at hand. And information technology is increasingly encompassing all of our lives, from our music to our manufacturing to our biology to our energy to materials.
Computers are becoming ubiquitous. MIT labs, along with many other researchers, are rapidly developing wearable computers that project internet information onto almost any surface. This frees users from the limits of a laptop or desktop computer, and this ubiquity allows us to take almost anything in the physical world and search for it, and anything associated with it on the internet. As we integrate digital information into the physical world, we are now beginning to see changes in the way we communicate with each other. A physical object will no longer have the same meaning as it has always had. Now it is associated with information from cyberspace, nearly all of human knowledge incorporated into our material surroundings. More and more we are integrating technology into our own bodies to enhance what biology has denied us. The term cyborg refers to an organism that has both artificial and biological. A cybernetic organism hooked up to the digital world. It allows humans to stretch their limits by expanding their physical capacities and to further the imagination, to actually live out desires through augmented and virtual reality.
We are actually very close to our machines. They are an extension of reality. We're going to be living in a sort of blend of real and virtual reality.
And in our virtual worlds, we interact with non-humans, artificial intelligence, bots, that talk to us just as in Second Life, online games, and even in chat rooms. Often we can tell the difference, but we will soon reach a point in which communicating with non-human persons will be the norm, and we may be unable to distinguish between AI and human. And we're bringing it to our minds as well. Brain-computer interface technologies are giving us the ability to put physical computers into our brains and translate brain activity into computer commands.
Okay, let me levitate the desk, and I'm going to drop. Okay, ready? I'm going to drop it.
This has profound implications for people who can't use the rest of their bodies, allowing them to talk to the world through a computer.
Can everyone hear the PC? I apologize for the quality of the voice.
Scott wrote these words one letter at a time with nothing but his thoughts and the help of what's called a brain-computer interface, or BCI. He wears a cap that picks up the electrical activity of his brain and allows him to select letters simply by thinking about them. Then the computer turns his sentences into speech.
I hate being helpless and one will put words in my mouth.
For the not-so-distant future, we will have some really daunting questions to face. What happens when humans begin interacting through augmented reality? When everything in the world is trackable, searchable, and can be downloaded by our own brains? What will happen to artificial intelligence? Will it be adopted into societies as it becomes more complex and personal? With changing communication mediums comes change in self-understanding. If we truly know ourselves in relation to others, what then happens when our relationships are mediated with such revolutionary technologies as these? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.